Hi everybody on YouTube. Sorry if this is a little crazy right now. This is my husband's tablet. I'm trying to try something new for filming because I hated the delay on that last one that I had. I apologize. Anyways, I promised that I would do the Stitchy Spot tag that Carrie had posted. It's just that with retail and things like that, I had to wait till after Thanksgiving or before Thanksgiving once my house can get cleaned up. With a very tiny house, clutter collects very quickly around here. So I apologize about the crazy bright lights. But I want to show you a couple of my stitchy spots. And maybe if I have time, I'd like to show you, a couple of the hanging pieces of cross stitch that I have in my home. So let's go for a tour. So as you can see here behind me, which you'll kind of see me film in front of, is what I call the kids' gaming shelf. And it usually has a lot of their board games and other like coloring books and things like that. So if I can back up so you can get a better view. So it's a nice large bookshelf. I cover it with a tablecloth so it kind of instantly hides clutter. I've recently adopted part of the top shelf here, and I'm sorry for the darkness, but I have these really small Stairlight containers that just has bits and pieces in it, which I need to sort through and do other things with. Sorry, as I try to multitask with just two hands. Sorry about shaking you around. This is like the this is the Mirabelle stitch along. I haven't quite bagged all those up yet, but they're all ready to go. Acrylic, visible thread. Here would be the long box for my Hayed design, which is in there, which is furry animals. And down here is just it's a long box of all my extra threads, all bagged up, ready to go, numbered, everything. And of course you can see like coloring books and all their other junk down there, but it works. So over here, and again, bright light, let me turn that off, a little easier. I had bought this shelf a while back on clearance and found out that I had a perfect home for it. So I kind of use it now as my craft shelf because I will stitch here. I have a floor stand, which you'll see here in a second. I can bring like right up here, and I can sit here in the corner and stitch. And so this is my view from where I stitch. Sorry about the bright lights outside. It's really quite cloudy. But I can see into my kitchen and into my living room. So I really have a good view of most of the house because my son's room is right through there. My daughter's room is to the kitchen on that side, and our room is right here. So as they are running back and forth, I can see everyone and usually maintain a gas. So, yeah. So you can actually see my floor stands over there because during the daytime, excuse me for just a second. That's a little better. Yeah, not so bad. Sorry. My floor stand's right over here, so during the daytime I can get some decent light, regardless if it's cloudy, from that lovely window. Into really, it's just an overgrown field across the street. So I have one neighbor this way and a vacant lot behind us, and one neighbor that's across the street over there. So, and actually there's one over there. However, they're all far enough away that we really don't ever run into each other very often, but they're all very nice people, so it's perfect for our neighborhood. But again, stitchy spot number one. The shelf here. Sorry, I'm lost. I realize I've just gone all over the place. I have, my mom made me this where you can stick your pins in it, so it's come in handy. Oh, these are new. If I can get the right hand. These are needle pullers. Just little silicone things you can put over your finger and thumb. Sorry if I can get it on one-handed. There you go. and it makes it easier for pulling thread. And I've only used it once, but I'm liking it because since my thumb splits all the time, it kind of protects my thumb where it likes to split. It allows me to get the grip on the needle, which will come in handy on the Haid design as I'm stitching with the 26, because I've tried stitching 200 stitches with the 28 and broke 2 needles. 2 needles and 200 stitches. So we went back to the 26, which you don't see here because it's in my other kit, my box. But I have, there's my 24s. I haven't taped it quite right, but in there's my beading needle. There you go, you can see that. And some empty boxes for me to label. My clamp for my clover hoop, which I don't know where the hoop is right now, but it's around. And sorry that this is so dark. Maybe I can pull this out. Try to do this as quickly as possible without making a huge mess. If I haven't shown this already, I bought this, and maybe when I make cards, that I can even attach it with some more floss. It punches through the paper, and you can sew through those designs. How flippin' cool is that? And I paid clearance for it, so that's why I got it. Some little scrapbook rings and little clips, and I paid $2. I finally got a hold of some of this. You might have seen it on Instagram. The cross-stitching wire. Really come in handy. I really like it on my Haid design. I don't think I put enough on there, but it's well worth it. I mean, it was supposed to be $10. Paid $2.15. And this has just got random bits and pieces, extra highlighters, a little clamp light, which is, if you can tell, is quite bright for the little tiny size. Haven't had to use it though. Pieces that I plan on making needle minders with. Extra glasses. Like I said, just bits and pieces. But I tell you, I get in this box a lot. And if some of you might recognize this box, it's incredibly hard to hold this thing. It's the, it's on this side. The really useful box, which comes from the UK. It's the 3-liter. It's supposed to hold DVDs. I originally paid $3 for this, but it was on sale for a school sale at the Office Depot. So I got a couple of those. Those are really, really neat. I like those. They're well worth it and got a good room amount of room inside. So we're just gonna leave that there for now. Sorry. Down from the second level, as you saw, I just pulled that out. Extra fabric. Quickly, and if you guys are watching this, let me turn this light back on. I have bought some gorgeous, I'm missing one somewhere, it's probably in a folder. And you can tell that color. That's pretty good. The color, in case that helps, is PB11. It's a funny color. Sounds like peanut butter. However, this is grape jelly. I got it on clearance, so I bought 2 of them. But I love the color, and I really thought I'd use that for the Save the Stitches, which I don't have any time limit on right now. However, I found some thread I thought would really work with it. I can see the light is off. I'm trying to find out where the light is best. That's not so bad. The purple really matches some all over the place. It's probably because I have that sitting behind it. So it's a nice purple. It really does match the undertone of that. So I really like to use some of that in the Save the Stitches, but I know I need, what, 3 colors preferably. I did find some beads. Oh, I thought I dropped those. And they're the petite beads, so I'm going to have to find other petite beads. But it was so perfect. Like, all the undertones, overtones of that, like, totally match this. And this one is 42101. And look at that great Perfect. So I found that. So if you have any suggestions of, of what other colors that I can pair with that, I do like some greens. Because, I mean, hello, it's all purple here. And my purple curtains, you can hardly tell, but here on this pillow, you can kind of see there's purple. There's some reds. Oh, I never thought about doing that red. But the greens, it doesn't have to match my living room, but I do kind of like how those colors work together. I thought I had something else around. Oh, let me take you over here. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And it's really dark, but you can see there's grapes. So the green. So yeah, any suggestions? It can be neutrals, it can be brights. I just want something that's gonna work together, because that's something I really want to do. But again, gorgeous purples. Who's not gonna like purples? Inside here, anyways, if I get back on thought, let's sit down real quick. Inside here is my very small kits. There's some receipts. And some kitted thread. So, since Joann's have had a good sale lately on thread, was it holiday, goodness, was it holiday stock up or something like that, where their thread was 3 for 99 cents. Oh, plus, there was a couple of 20% off coupons that was out at the beginning of the sale for 20% off any sale items. So I was able to save an extra, like, I want to say 7 or 8 cents off each one. So 38 or 33 cents minus that a piece for most of these. Good deal. Oh, see, everywhere. Thread, thread, thread. See, this is where it gets confusing. Hey, look, finished project. I made this for me and my husband. I did this during the Olympics this recent year. Kind of take a break from Snow White. First time where, oh, sorry, string. It's been washed because it got something spilled on it. However, I think the spill has mostly cleared itself out, so I need to wash it one more time. But where it used like 3 threads here and then a single thread there. So it was kind of difficult at first stitching this design, where I had to go through and stitch half the line and then the rest of the line. So you really had to make sure everything lined up. You couldn't really fudge anything. Same thing with here. Like, I think these were 4 threads and then like 2 threads, something like that. But I thought it turned out really nice. Just simple, something cute to record our wedding. Got that for like 50 cents. Hello. Some of these things I showed. Oh, this came from my mother. From a really old calendar that she had for needlepoint for a Holly hobby. So I took the pattern, which really doesn't tell you anything, promise you. And I took it to Joann's during their sale and matched as many colors as I could. Something I would like to do for my mom someday, whether it's an ornament or this is supposed to be like a glass holder, so you can put your reading glasses, sunglasses, things like that. But I thought colors are kind of not up my alley. However, I know Holly Hobby has worn many different colors, or I've seen her in different colors, but you know, that came from a calendar that my mom had, so kind of kitted that one other than fabric. Other small kits in here. I think I saw somebody stitch that, or starting to stitch that. Got this for my mother. I thought it's funny because she has 6 grandchildren. So I might even change some of these hands to pink. A couple of them. She's got 3 girls and 3 boys. And put maybe my kids or my sister's kids on top and vice versa at the bottom, because I have 3, she has 3, and they're all about the same age. Kit that I started ages ago. So I guess this is a UFO. There you go. Learn something new every day. This is a UFO. It's been stained, so that's the problem. It needs washed. But it's amazing. I went through a book and found the larger design of this, because this is just a 5x7, so it's a very pixelated design, I guess. Something old that I found. Oh, this is something I thought about. Color wheel. If you don't have one of these, no matter what type of artist you are, I think it's a fabulous addition. I've always been just, I don't know, attracted to color wheels because I love color. If you know me, I have 1,000 boxes of Crayola crayons. However, this is handy because it tells you when you mix yellow orange with red what color you get. So you can come over here and mix red with green or blue green, how different the shades really get, and so on, you know, with white and black. And then the different shades of, see, it's not really focusing, different shades or values, grayscale. And then you flip it over and you get the color coordinating chart, which I love this because, you know, I enjoyed this in school of matching colors. Like, you know, complementary to yellow is purple. However, if you want to do a triad or a split complementary, excuse me, you can take this shade of green, oops, this shade of yellow orange, and this shade of purple. Or again, you just slide it, and then your triangle changes, and then there's a different triangle. And that one's called the triad, and there's tetrad, or whatever, like 4 different colors. So you really get to play with different colors, and I've been trying to do that with this, and just, I don't know, I think I overthink it. So that's why I'm asking you guys for your help with that. But I like that you can match different colors for a kit and kind of stay within the same family of colors. See, I told you I'm making a mess. Big mess. And I think I've shown this before. I think it was one of my second videos. There's my little cubicle container there that has all my cross stitches, and I do have a few new ones, I think, in here. That should not know. That's new. I might have shown it in the video. Something I would like to do for my mom. It's incredibly long, though. It's a 8x24 Design Works. It's a sewing machine. Does it have a name? Oh, I don't know, but it has the JIS 048. I've shown that. Oh, got this just the other day. I couldn't resist. I still paid $20 for it, but I actually stared at this for a while. It's a needlework shop. It's got, I mean, look at all the different details that are in it. It's like you can just stare at this forever. So, this is a Janelin. I think I've also seen this, I think I've seen this on 123 Stitch. But you can go take a look if you need to. And it's, yep, just called the Needlework Shop. Okay? Tablets are heavy, by the way. Ugh, for one hand. Oh, and then, sorry, I was having a look. Some of the little folders that I've seen you guys put little kits in. I have some of those just in case, but I bought them during back to school time. An extra bag for bits and pieces if I'm traveling. I have lots of extras, can you tell? Some hoops. There's a hoop. It's a 5-inch one, I believe. Yep. So, don't use that one very often, but it is there. Stuff over here on the side. Oh, Christmas presents. I don't think I have anything new other than that. Needlework Shop is the newest piece. Ooh. And then it just fits right in there. Because this is really not a cubicle. It is part of Rubbermaid. However, the cubicle would only fit right about there. So this adjustable shelf was actually quite nice because now I can set other things there and there. And then over here is a bag of goodies since I moved things out of the living room dining area for Thanksgiving. I kind of packed a lot of stuff in here. So yeah, I have some thread. Oh, tablet charger. Oh, shot wipes. I don't know why those are there. Bought some of these because I have 50% off coupons. Try not to spend bunches of money. So got these for $1.25 a piece. I was going to need some more of those. I like these for traveling. I like the snack for the just to store, but when I'm traveling, I mean, these already had the holes punched, and they're good to go. What else is in there? Label maker, best thing ever. Which I'll be using some more. Goodness, sorry. I know that's really rattly. I'm trying to remember what I stuck in here. Oh, some other things. Little baby rickrack I thought I could add to bookmarks. Some fabric scraps I bought at the needle workshop for needle minders. They were 10 cents a piece, so hey. I have some more beads I bought at Walmart for $1. I mean, they might be big and I don't think I can use them all. However, for $1, and look how much you get. There's just a lot. Now, I can give the extras to my sister. She's kind of into jewelry. Anyway. Some dye is in there. I'm trying to think of something I haven't shown you. Huh. Really not a whole lot of other... Not a whole bunch of other stuff. This was one other thing. I'm not sure if I ever showed you guys. Don't know about you guys, but I honestly, this is embarrassing, but I sometimes sit and think about what I can possibly talk to on YouTube, and this is something I wanted to show for a while, if it will actually let me. It's a cosmetic bag. Got it on clearance, of course. Normally $20. I think I paid $6. Oops, sorry. And you can hang this on a door, on even your like clothing hook in your car. See that? I'm hanging on the chair. Let me get it in the light too. See, on organization right here. There we go. Need some room to show you. So look, so it can hang like that when you're traveling. And it's got a nice zipper pocket up here. See if I can show you one-handed. Maybe not. Ta-da! And it's really quite nice. Open, there's a Velcro pocket here, which expands. So you can see there's a nice bubble there. Another Velcro pocket here, which is a flat one. And there's a flat open pocket. This pocket is completely open. Has a plastic in there, or vinyl, so you can put things there. And this one, so you can see, it comes out about 1 inch. So you can put a lot of stuff in here. So I would say this is good for small to maybe medium-sized projects. I would suggest if you use a hoop, probably not more than a 5-inch, 6-inch hoop at the most. And probably about no more than 12 to 20 colors is what I'm thinking. If you put them in like floss away bags, or if you do have them on bobbins, you can probably fit a little bit more in there. Because that way you just don't want to put in too much, because you want to still fold up. And then you fold it up, tuck that inside, and there's even a hook for it to stay inside. And you can stick this back in your purse, diaper bag, tote bag, whatever. Look at that. My video is already incredibly long already. I haven't showed you a whole lot. I'm so behind. Anyways, so again, Stitchy Spot number 1. Because I can see the whole house. Kind of stay out of everybody's way because I'm in a corner. So I usually don't have people running behind me. Oh, one other thing real quick. I've adopted part of the top shelf too. There's all the paper my kids like to color on. I have a binder. I have some more ready to go, but binder for like paper printout, cross stitch. All my cross stitching magazines I've been buying. I've been quite naughty about buying cross stitching magazines lately, but I'm like, you know, to give a mouse a cookie kind of thing, you have to do it some more. And I think these are some books here, which I plan on showing you guys a lot more of these too, because as Wonderfully Hopeless has shown some of the magazines she's got in a lovely little stash. I have a few of those here, which I think is quite hilarious. But it's sometimes really hard to buy magazines when you have no idea what's inside, especially when they're the ones that are in these kind of kits. You can see what's on the front cover, and you kind of have to judge it by the cover. And, you know, they tell us not to judge a book by its cover, but you do in that case. Oh! This. I don't know if I can show you in good light or not. This is a roll. Where'd it go? There it is. That I have made my own. I've dyed my own fabric. Oh gosh, and I can't remember her name. She has a video where she's dyed her own fabric. If I can find it, I will try to remember to link it, because she's really inspired me. Her instructions were really good. However, I was using a slightly different dye than she did. Mine was kind of a ready set. Like, you didn't have to wash it, because I didn't lose hardly any color, which was shocking. And I was kind of hoping. Sorry, I'm going to put you down for just a moment. And I'm still here, I promise. But I rolled this up so well, I didn't want to come undone. So let me see if I can show you the majority of it without it rolling back up on me here. Trying to find one other thing. There we go. Oh, the color is just not that good. What color you don't see is kind of a yellow, a soft canary yellow, and this is a purple. I used the Rit dye that I had, the 3-in-1 applicator, and when I sprayed the purple, it turned out splotchy. However, I want to use this for the Mirabilia Stitch Along. And I think I have her, because I can't remember how much I've shown her to you guys. Oh, there we go. Sorry. So there she is. I wanted something contrasting, but not too much to her. She's got pink and green, so I had to be careful with that. So I thought the yellow and the purple would kind of play with that a little bit. I'm just hoping that her head and body will cover at least those 2 spots. Those are the spots I worry the most. I think I can deal with the other specks, but it just grabs too much attention. And I'm not too worried about this, because I think I can frame it out, or again, I can stitch her this way, and it may not be as much of a focus. I just quite haven't decided, but that was my first dyeing fabric, because this only cost me like $1.99, just a what count was it? Had to be, I think I did chose 14 count, maybe 16 count. Gosh, I don't have to remember. I'm awful. But yep, that was my first dyeing project. Sorry about that. Random thought. So here again, Stitchy Spot number 2. Over the outside. Oh look, it kind of brightened up out there. Rainy day, which is another perfect stitching day. So there's kind of one of your answers. My perfect stitching day is a day where it's too cold, too rainy to do anything. So, as you can see, I'm still working on, oops, starting to come out, project for my husband. Kind of want to call it a Star Trek sampler, because, take this off. You're not going to be able to see Captain Kirk, which is a shame. And again, I'm only doing this because I love my husband. I watch Star Trek with him. It's just, it's not my favorite. I'm more of a Doctor Who girl. So, or Whovian, as we call each other. So there's Spock. He turned out really nice. And he has fewer colors than him than McCoy does. McCoy's using like 8 colors. I think he only used like 6, maybe 7. So, and Captain Kirk, it's kind of distorted, but I don't want to take him off the hoop right now, because I am so close to getting him done. He just has a little bit more hair done. Mostly that one collar right there. Try not to block the, whoop. Mostly that color, and then just a little bit of other colors through there. What I found, honestly, to do with even weave is that I cannot work too far from a certain stitch. If the stitch connects itself like it did here, I stitched the outer ring first, because it had like 2 colors or 3 colors in it, and this is all one color, so I just literally filled this in. Same thing with this. It's had 1 or 2 colors in it, so I stitched all of that because it was all in a line, and then filled it in. So when I find that you have to travel a little bit, I will finish what I can of that certain thread or floss, and then I will find another color. Like there's a hole right there. I don't know if you can see that one. So I will eventually find that color, start it there, and then fill in the stitches as I need to go up there. But I just know I needed a lot of this blue, and I kind of needed simpleness right now. So again, McCoy's almost done, so all that's left is Scotty goes here. Again, I forget. Either I'm pretty sure Sula goes here and Chekhov goes here. So I'm really close. So I would say hopefully if I can stay on track, I have 3 weeks to go. The Christmas is about that far away, and maybe I can get it framed in time. But again, this is Stitchy Spot number 2. Here's the frame I bought. My husband told me to go ahead and get it for my birthday. I believe this is the one that Whimsy Daisical was talking about. If not, it's very similar because it was right next to the other one. This was originally $39.99. And with a 50% off coupon, I paid $20. Yes, $20. But again, it came with these here. Now, one of them kind of already broke. Because I was trying to use it here. Because I think, yeah, that was supposed to go. There was supposed to be 3. 1, 2, and 3 here. But I wanted it here. However, it needs a spacer, really, to use it there, and I just didn't buy that yet. So I bought some more wing nuts, which works fine. You can turn this all the way around, so I can get to the back easily in my threads. I think this is how it wanted to stitch, but I didn't like these sticking up. They tend to get in the way. They tend to catch threads. However, they are good if you want it to hold threads. So if you're doing some parking, you can just pull it up, wrap it around. But I kind of like stitching it like this most of the time. And my daughter stuck her little Olaf sticker there. Say hello, Olaf. And I think he's saying he likes warm hugs right now. But anyways, there's my stand. So it's very simple. Nothing fancy, really. But I can pull it up all the way on the couch so you see how close this is. Or I can even put it around the corner of the couch, which I even seen Whimsy Daisical do. Oh, oops, and there goes that. And have it sitting here so it's kind of at an angle, which I've done. Or I can just sit it out of the way for now so I can get up. Not too hard. And this is my little box that kind of goes with me with any kit that I've got. It's just a pencil box, plastic Sterilite pencil box. You can get them just about anywhere. Please don't spend more than a couple dollars on them. They're not worth it. I think I got this maybe 50 cents back to school time. My very awesome Frisker scissors. I got these from my grandmother. Well, from my grandmother's house after she passed away. But I love them. They are one-handed scissors. Same wrong hand. Let me show you with this one. I like them because with this little here, it opens it up. So with one hand, I can pull this open, snip my thread, close it, put it back in the box. I don't have to use another hand. Here's I told you I had it in here, my size 26 needles. I just saw a loose thread. There it is. Oh! However, not really loose. Just know it's the color that I was going to need for more McCoy. So I'll just set that over there for now. Here is I'm going to lose the whole box here if I don't turn it. Here's my flossaways with all the colors that are in this kit. So there's all the navies and blues. There's the browns and golds. And all the reds and pinks. Now what I do, hopefully you can see this. Look here, I'm just going to use me a stand. We're going to move down here to this table. Kara's getting creative. Ah, look at that. OtterBox works for something. Okay. So, I want to show you this. Because again, I would say, this is about 23, 24 colors altogether. But I don't like this like just flipping around in my bag, in this box, whatever. So I take 2 rubber bands. This happens to have a hair tie and then a rubber band. But you just kind of loop them together. And I'm assuming you guys can see how that's looped. Just like a little slip knot. I hook the first one through the scrapbook ring. All the way. I had slip knotted through there before, but it just came undone. So I open the clip, which I can't do. Right there it goes. Put it in and clip it back. So it's not coming off. I do this because then, if you can see, this reaches to about the center part of the bag. And I will still advise, like, really loose, thin rubber bands are probably going to work best for you. But all you do is, see if I can get it in the frame. Once I reach it toward the center, then I take the rubber band around the center of the floss away bags. So all it does is hold my floss away bags really nice and neat. I did this with the Snow White kit because it came with 3 cards, like 3 large cards, and I turned them into flossways, and each of them I have a different color scrapbook ring, so that way I know what card number it came from. But they're all rubber band together in those groups, but that way when I toss them in a bag, they're not all over the place, or if one accidentally gets left open, which you can, yeah, see, this one was still open, that they're not going to fall out because I have them rubber band together. So that's just a little trick that I do. It's just easier for traveling for me. But again, this just keeps it so it's in the center. I don't have to stretch it over. But again, and that keeps it from falling off. So when I take it off, I don't have to go search for that rubber band anymore. It's right there. And when I'm done, boom, just like that. Okay. Tip for the day. My readers, I use them occasionally depending on the time of day, sunlight that I get. These are just 1.5s. For me, I found those really nice. They gave me some magnification without making me feel like I was dizzy. Of course, I have my Thread Heaven, which was one of the first things I bought that you guys enabled me to do. Thank you. However, I use this on the Snow White more than anything because of the not the Krennic, but the blending elements that it's sent with it that's giving me difficulties. But I like it. Well worth the $4 I paid. Scissor sharpener. I like to have just something on handy to sharpen that. A pen. Just so I can make notes. Not necessarily on a chart or anything, but on anything, especially when I'm watching YouTube. You guys give me so many ideas. So get a piece of paper out, write it down. I have a Mark Be Gone, which I don't use on a lot of projects. However, the hay design, it was either going to be this or threading the grid, but I chose threading the grid than this. This is a very fine point. I don't know if you can see this. I'm trying to figure out where I am. It's a pin point, and I like that, especially when you have your smaller counts that you're wanting to grid. I have a seam ripper, and it's brown because it came from my grandma. She had 1,000 of these, so in case I have to frog, which I don't have to do very often. Just, you know, I would say I don't think I've had to do more than like 20 stitches at a time. I am a little OCD about counting if I go too far out. However, like I said, on the even weave, I will not go too far out, but on Ada, it's easier to count that way. But it would be easier to count if you just grid anyway. Haha. Tweezers. I saw Stitch Removes uses these, and I think a couple of people have mentioned them. I love tweezers. And let's see if I can show you why I use them. Because I use all of my thread as possible. Sorry. If somehow I have a really short thread, or if I end up cutting a thread back here, I can, it's so hard to show you this way, I can put my needle through. Oh, and it's somewhere else. That's why he's not here. I did this on Snow White. I'll put my needle through and I'll thread it that I'm going to end it, but that thread's so short that it won't go with it, that then once it's put through these last stitches, then I will take the thread, and I'm a floss licker if you haven't figured that out. I will then take it and then I will very carefully thread it through the needle and then pull the needle. That way it still gets ended properly with the shortest thread that you can possibly do. Like I said, I haven't had to do it on this, but I've done it on Snow White a bunch. I will just use the floss until there's nothing left to be used. So that is why, even since I've started my aught drawer, since I've started my aught jar, there we go. I don't have a lot of threads to put in there. I'm kind of stingy with my threads. You pay for a kit or you pay for the floss. You like to use what you can, save the rest. So, again, that's my little box here. I think I showed you my needles. But yeah, I also put, there's some of my aughts there. And I'll just throw them in there, along with everything else. Try to tuck the scissors in the back, because these are sharp. Even when they're closed, they have a nice point. So be careful with those. Tuck my glasses in there. Close it up. Good to go. And I can toss this in any bag. And along with my tablet, or actually my husband's tablet. And we bought it in OtterBox. It's a Samsung Tab 2, I think, that I have. And we wouldn't even let the kids touch it until it had an OtterBox. And I tell you, these kids have thrown this tablet everywhere, and this tablet is still amazingly in one piece. So, but with this, I mean, the standalone is well worth it, because I can sit it on there and, you know, get a couple of angles, the short angle or the tall angle there. So, I think I've talked for quite enough for my Stitchy Spot. And like I said, my perfect stitching day is any day where it's rainy, too cold, where you just don't want to get out. Like last year, as we all learned a new term of polar vortex from Canada, you know, there was quite a bit of snow out here. It was either too snowy. So we had like 8 inches one time, which probably for some of you doesn't sound like a lot, but for some others it sounds like a tragedy, and for us it's just enough where you can't go out easily. And my neighborhood is just rural enough that it doesn't get plowed right away. So I like to sit right here on this corner of the couch, have my remote ready for the TV, sometimes a blanket, you know, or something to drink, hopefully warm. My 2-year-old, which she's asleep again. I told you this is the only reason I can make videos. She'll be probably laying next to me, or this is her chair. Well, color change there. She loves to sit in this chair. So she'll sit there, usually fall asleep, and I can stitch while I watch some TV. Usually things on demand, because since I work at night in retail, excuse me, since I work at night in retail, I can't watch TV except during the daytime. And thankfully there's nothing on during the daytime, so I will watch my Castle, Dancing with the Stars, Arrow, Doctor Who, and all my other shows that I think I've talked about on the Know Your Needleworker tag, and watch and stitch sometimes. Also, let me see if I can show you. My bunnies got knocked over. I love bunnies. And I can't collect them anymore because my children will probably break the ones I have. However, this is why I'm stitching the furry animals. Sorry, I'm just making sure they're all pretty. There we go. This is why, I mean, this is one of the things I like bunnies. They're just so cute. And these little guys, I got them at Hobby Lobby a couple years ago, so they're probably the newest edition, but they were so tiny and they were only like $1 or $2. Don't need that back there. And they were all white, so they were just really pretty. And these back there, nice little pair. And these I got at a little yard sale. And I don't know if they have a name. But they've been broken enough, the poor little guys. The ears were really sensitive if they got dropped. But I like the colors. See what I mean? They're just... There we go. These little guys are salt shakers. Can't remember where I got them. See what I mean? Look what I'm doing. They're little salt shakers. See that? There's that. And they're cute. Plus there's purple. Because I just love purple. These little tiny guys got at the same yard sale they came from. See, I already killed one of them. One of them's ear's broken. 2 of his ears broken. I gotta find the other ear. But they're just so cute and tiny. But they're like little... Again, I don't know where they came from. Oh, yeah, there's the ear. See, goodness. See, I need to leave my own stuff alone. And then those 2 guys back there. In fact, I think these are salt and pepper shakers too. Yep. Okay, let me tell you how weird and appropriate this is. Don't know if this is salt or pepper. Probably pepper because, look. Out the flowers at the bunny's rear end. It's the holes for the pepper to come out. Are you serious? I mean, that's just strange. It would have been easy. I mean, I wouldn't say easier. It would have even been more appropriate to see it come out of its foot. But that's why he sits on a shelf and with his little buddy. So sorry for my little rant there. See, look, this comes out his head. How crazy is that? And sorry, there's a few more bunnies up there. I'm so short, so I apologize. Tall one back there. There's one made of wire. My husband, love you. Because I love Thumper, and there's his girlfriend. And you don't see his girlfriend very many places. She's so cute. And this is my Korea bunny. I didn't go to Korea to get him, I promise. But I found him, and I just thought he was kind of cute. His face is so different. You can see his little face. But this is the bookshelf that I think you guys might have seen me talk about. And again, look at me. Just leave messes everywhere. Birthdays were recently. Goodness. And I should stop talking. I'm at 47 minutes. But this is when my daughter is asleep. This is when I get to talk. Really random books. We talked about Castle. Excuse me. I'm trying to get in the shadow. So there's even some graphic novels. I almost lost the name. They wrote some graphic novels about his stories. There we go. That's better. But I don't get into the graphic novels. But that's just me. So I have nothing against them. Just I would get more into these stories. However, I don't have time to read. And I have 3 children. So I've read this one all the way through. This one most of the way. Not read any of these. And I don't have the newest one. I'm just so far behind. Some mom books. Because every mom needs a little help. And my favorites from years ago are my Princess Diary books. I just love the story. And I also, it's in here somewhere, I think. Here it is. I'm kind of excited. I want to say I forgot, but I didn't remember to tell anybody about this. I got it signed by the author. The author is a semi-local author. She lives in the southern part of Indiana. Meg Cabot. If you haven't heard of her, she's wrote a bunch of other books. As you can tell, I have a bunch of the Princess Diary books. I think there's only 1 or 2 that I'm missing. But I loved all these. Because they're written in, what is it? Diary format. So it's just an easy read. But she wrote some others. More of adult books. I mean, well, adult topics. Put it that way. This is for the traveling pants. Just see, I'm only got... And they're all hardback. Remember how we talked about our books have to be matching? Ta-da! They have to be matching. And I like this particular height, they're just easy. Birth order book. If you have siblings. Oh, why is it stuck? My. Oh my. This book, which I don't know what edition this is, and something is wrong with that book, by Kevin Lehman. You should at least check into this book. A lot of the stuff this man says is so true with family complex, like how your families work, depending on the number of children, what number of child you are. And the kind of a personality that comes from the birth order that you are. And things will change that based on different family members. However, it is so true on a lot of levels that being a firstborn, that me and my husband get along because we're both firstborns. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. So if you have siblings, or even if your parents have siblings, and you want to know why they all act a certain way, seriously, try this book out, the Birth Order Book. Okay. Anna Green Gables. This is something my mom just bought me last year. Before Green Gables, somebody wrote some stories before she made it to Green Gables, because it just barely touches on that in the books, and I kind of like that prequel to that. Because where am I? Oh, there she is. There's an Anna Green Gables book here from the movie. And then I have some more up here. So, told you I like Anna Green Gables. Ta-da! More Princess Diaries. I also like organizational books, even though I'm terrible at it. So, there's a little bit into my life. The cleanest this room will ever be with 3 children, I promise. Stitch Spot number 2. Stitch Spot number 1. So, thank you for watching this terribly long video. I know I've probably bored some of you. Some of you might enjoy these long videos, but, and this is something else I didn't show you, and I'll do it really quick. Like I told you, I was, goodness, what's the words? Kitting up some of the threads I needed for certain projects because they were on sale. A lot of these will go to this calendar that I bought that has all the patterns in the back. Somebody else showed this too, and when I bought it, I was like, I might as well just buy a lot of those colors because I want to stitch all those. They're so darn cute, and I don't know if they're not all easy to see, I don't think. I'm so sorry. I told you I was getting done, but look. Bee Bunny, so adorable. So, those colors will go with that when I'm ready to stitch that. These 2 are to stitch with a couple other patterns that I've printed online. And it's really fine handwriting, but like this is Cross Stitching Friends. Oh, my friend from cyberstitcher.com. I'm pretty certain that's where that came from. And same thing with this one. This is for Floss Daily. That's the name of that one. And it's just a really simple cross-stitching related ones. And then some extra Christmas colors, because in one of the other boxes I finally bought the set that has all the DMC Christmas colors. But these are really common, so I bought some of those while they were on sale so I can stitch ornaments next year. So again, I promise I'm done because I've talked far enough at 53 minutes. You guys are probably rolling your eyes. However, thank you, Carrie, for creating such a wonderful tag that I apologize it took so long to do. However, sometimes you have to get life in order to share things, because I don't want to scare you guys with what my house looks like when my children get a hold of this room. So, thank you for stepping into my house with me. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, the color's changing so much. Just realized this is the only embroidery. Oh, it's called embroidery. Quickly. Stamped cross stitch with a little bit of embroidery. But it had a bunny. Had to do it. So I won't show you my kids' birth records that are down the hall. I think I have pictures that I'll show you some other time. That will be easier because the hallway gets so dark. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like it. Also, if you like to see more from me, please subscribe. I know I don't put up videos very often, but like I said, I work retail. So that's why my videos probably get a little long when I do them. But thanks again. I hope you guys all have a wonderful Christmas that's coming up in just, you know, a few short weeks, it seems like. And a Happy New Year. I don't know if you'll see more of me until then, but we'll see what we can do. Okay? You guys have a good day, and God bless.